The forsaken estate lay at the end of the meandering road, a relic of a bygone era. It had been abandoned for years, and tales of its curse spread like wildfire through the town. But the reality was far worse than any superstition. A maniacal serial killer had taken residence in the mansion, and the group of young adults that wandered into his lair would soon become his next victims. The group consisted of 4 college students who had embarked on a weekend camping trip. The winding road had led them to the abandoned mansion, and their curiosity got the better of them. The moment they stepped into the house, their hair stood on end. The air was thick with the smell of metal, and the ancient floorboards creaked beneath their feet. As the group explored the mansion, they stumbled upon a room filled with macabre artifacts. It was a museum of horrors, with human bones, bloody knives, and creepy dolls. But little did they know, the killer had been watching them, silently biding his time. One by one, the students were abducted and taken to the basement of the mansion. The killer had set up a torture chamber, where he took pleasure in inflicting pain on his victims. The screams of his captives echoed through the halls, but nobody heard them. The killer was meticulous in his planning, leaving no trace of his heinous crimes. He was a master of disguise, able to blend into the crowd and go unnoticed. The more he tortured and killed, the more he reveled in his power. The last student to be taken was a girl named Emily. She was the bravest of the group and refused to surrender without a fight. She broke free from the killer's grasp and ran through the mansion, desperate to find a way out. But the killer was relentless, and Emily soon found herself trapped in a room. The killer lunged at her with a bloodied knife, but Emily fought back with all her might. She grabbed a nearby lamp and smashed it over his head. The killer fell to the ground unconscious. Emily raced to the nearest phone and called the police, who arrived within minutes. They apprehended the killer and took him away, but the damage was already done. Emily and the other students would never forget the horrors they had faced in that cursed mansion. It would haunt their nightmares for years to come.